Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. This I feel like I'm introducing like a speaker at church or something. All right. Welcome to the show. This is Mind the Gap. I'm one of your hosts, Darius, aka Balthazar Jenkins.
I don't like that name, but this is TK, aka the Word Manga. How's everybody doing out there? Welcome in, family. Thanks for listening.
All right, I think we got a good one for you today. Today we'll be talking about hope. Is it
Mm.
necessary? Is it healthy for society? What are your thoughts on it?
You'll see when we get into
Okay,
it.
okay. But before we do that, you guys make sure you please follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. All you have to do is search Mind the Gap or type in at PODMTG. Please support us by subscribing to us on Patreon. Oh, we're up on YouTube now, so make sure you
Follow us
like and
on
subscribe.
YouTube. Check us out.
Yeah, leave a comment, let us know, and make sure you get us on the podcast streaming networks, iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher,
Mm-hmm.
SoundCloud, wherever you listen to it, we're right there.
And support us on Patreon.
Please do, please do. Uh,
That's it for me.
let's see. Say what?
Let's jump into it.
Okay then. So hope. You're against it. I'm with it.
I'm not a fan of hope at all. Really.
Why?
It's to me, especially nowadays in our society, hope is like, and mostly, you know what I'm saying, especially me growing up and hearing like my parents and stuff use the word hope. And sometimes it would turn into faith, which is something that sits with me more than hope. They
Mhm.
would say, hope for this person, hope for that person, hope this, hope that.
Right.
As far as like, hope that God does this, or just have faith. And most of the time, I always believe in doing stuff on your own.
Mhm.
Have hope in yourself or faith in yourself that you'll get it done and
Right.
you'll do the best that you can. Most time, like for you to have hope to me is the last thing that you want to use in your utility, but the last thing. It's like, you know what I'm saying, if you played basketball or football and you did everything you could throughout that whole season.
Right. And then it's just the last.
In the last
I
few
hope I
games,
make this last shot
no,
to
no,
win the series.
no. It's like you did everything, and now you need two other teams. That you need this team over here to lose, and you need that
Okay.
team over there to win.
I got you.
That's when you
I see
use
what you're
hope.
saying. Yeah, okay.
When you have nothing like that, it's out of my hands.
Mm.
That's when you use hope. But like, I don't like the way that this society or even the generation before us used hope. As far as like, it's like the first thing that they use. Well, just do the best that you can, and then hope that it works out. Like, make sure it works out.
Mm.
Make sure you do everything that you can do to that it work out to the point where it's damn near somebody else's hands
Okay.
for it to work out.
See, I think the part of the issue is a lot of terms we use in society. How people use it is really determines, like you said, how you interpret it growing up, how you heard it in the house.
Yeah.
For me, things like the concepts like faith and hope really aren't things you can use. They're more so of things like that you feed into. Like what's the idea of the two wolves? You have the one that feeds on negativity and the one that feeds on positivity.
Yeah.
The one that grows is the one you feed.
Yeah.
For me, like things like hope is something that is just like innate within you. Like
Why you say hope like that?
hope
Yeah.
with the P.
Like Stewie.
Yeah.
Whip.
Cream. You got some cool whip. So what was I saying? So
The wolves.
Yeah, you feed into it. So because I like going by like the definitions or whatever, like what's most commonly used.
Yeah.
So basically, hope is just a desire for a certain thing to happen.
Yeah.
So it's just a specific term. It's like the word sonder.
Yeah.
Sonder is the feeling you get when you realize that everybody else has a complex life that they live. It's just a word. You really can't hope. I mean, you really can't help but to hope something. Like if you see something or you want something, you just automatically like, oh, I would like to get that one day.
Why don't you just use the term "I will get that one day"?
You can.
Why don't you just use, instead of hope, replace it with faith?
Well, what's the difference between faith and hope?
Hope is a strong desire to having something or trust in something that's going to happen. Faith is something that you have that you know is going to happen.
I don't agree with that. Because to me, faith is like a combination of like hope and trust. because you don't know that you're going to get something one day. And for me, faith, if that's the case, that should I don't agree with the definition because I'm the type of person that what you put your efforts into or what you believe in should be proportional to like the evidence that's available to you. So if you saying faith and you're using the word no, what?
That's the definition. I mean, I don't mean to put faith, but I mean to put. I don't fucking know.
No, you good. Post, baby. Complete trust or confidence in someone or something, or a strong belief in God and the doctrines of a religious based on spiritual apprehension rather than proof.
I don't like faith no more. That's not the.
Because for me, like, if we just want to go off on a tangent about faith, for me, because sometimes people use it as more so like a level of confidence in something, not so much as hope, or it's more like a level of trust in somebody. And some people use it as, hey, I'll choose to believe in this, even though the evidence against it may be lacking or there may not be. That's why I really don't subscribe to the theory of like faith. Which is why like hope makes more sense to me because if I want something, that's just a cue for me to feed into that and like work for it to get it. Like if I like I hope I have a nice house one day, but I damn sure gonna do what I have to do to get it.
I don't know, man. If that's the way you view hope, then that's fine with me. But the way I view hope
Is as a last. But I think that's interesting.
Because when I go out and do something, it's not that I don't have faith. I mean, I don't have hope in something. That I just have like I have a faith in myself that I know I'm gonna do it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have hope. It's like I'm gonna do it or I'm not gonna do it.
Right. That's a way of existing.
Yeah.
Some people don't operate with I hope one day. It's like it's either is or it isn't.
And then like you saying how you feed in the feeling, like that's something that you feed into. Like I hope. I don't feed into that feeling. It's just like I know. Hope is something that it might happen, it might not happen. I have to have the idea that this is gonna happen.
I think it's a difficult thing to balance because it's a balance between logic and emotion, and you have to keep that balance. Like if I'm hoping or something, I don't because you can get lost in hope. It can actually lead to despair.
Yeah,
like if you keep hoping something and you still stuck in your situation, that can lead into despair.
It goes into one of my favorite quotes: "Expectations can kill a simple man."
Right.
And when you hope for something and you expect it and it don't happen because you just hope for it, then if you can kill a simple man, it definitely take down any other man.
Yeah.
So I get what you're saying, man. That's the way of looking at it. But
with me, my expectations or lack thereof expectations, because I think we're at the point, like you were just saying, either it's going to happen or it's not going to happen, is what helps me balance. Like I don't get lost in despair, even though I hope something happens, because I understand that that may not be my path or things may not work out that way. But I don't stop myself from like, that's cool, man. I think maybe so like the initial I hope is what spurs me, but it doesn't carry me. So, just like the initial I hope that this works out. And then from that, that's like, okay, I got it.
So when you go to work, let me ask you a question. So when you go to work or when you at work and they give you a project to do, right? You say, I hope I get it finished or I will get it finished by this time?
My first thought is usually I will get it finished.
Is that hope? Do you feel like that's hope?
No. So not in that instance.
So when you say, so why don't you have that same attitude when it comes down to say, I want that house one day?
I do have that attitude.
So where do hope come in?
But both of them are just more so situational, like situational. Like for me, buying like a big house is more aspirational than me being at work where I currently work at and me having an assignment to do.
Why is it? Why don't you look at them with the same degree? Because both of them are something that you would want to do. Both of them is something that you want to do. So why don't you just look at them at the same level?
Because one, if I'm at work, I may not necessarily want to do it. it's something I have to do. So it's not. I hope I get this done. It's like
Alright.
I have to get this done if I don't want to get fired.
All right. So when you look at
But outside of that, I think it's just more so because hope is more like sitting in the future. So and like
Is it?
doing something like at work is like a short term task that you can, quickly get through or fail at. That's why people get lost in hope because sometimes it takes so long, and it's like the goal is bigger, so it seems like it'll be more of a task to be able to afford like a big house or something than it is to complete something at work.
I don't know. I mean, sometimes but see, that's where I come in. I wouldn't look at it like that. If I can look at it, anything. If I look at, and though this is like an extreme. If I can look at me getting up in the morning saying, "Hey, I'm gonna do this," like I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna tie my shoes.
Right.
Then I can look at I'm gonna run a marathon the same manner because it's just step by step.
Mm-hmm.
It's just steps I have to follow to get to that. Now, if I say something like I say, hope is something at times that you only use when it's out of your control. Like I hope to live to see that. You feel what I'm saying? Because somebody may come here and shoot us up for no reason, or I could be somewhere like on a plane and crash or something. That's when hope is something that I would think of.
That's when you would activate, or when you would realize it.
Yeah,
it's when the ship's going down.
Yeah,
the ship's going down. Like,
I can't do nothing.
Yeah,
This
like, I hope
the best
we
I
make
can
it
do
out.
is sit here and that's the pilot right now. You know what I'm saying?
See, that's weird because in my state, that's not the time I would activate hope. Like that's not. It's like we gotta get out. Like we have to figure out how to get out of here. Like we gotta escape. Like does that door come open? Like what we doing? So I think that's interesting that we have like this dichotomy of like when hope is invoked.
When I ain't got my hands are tied.
Yeah.
When my hands are tied, it's over with.
Yeah.
Because with like you say, like how we going? If the plane going down, I already thought before I got on the possibility. I didn't bring a parachute.
Yeah.
So therefore, if I have already accepted before I get up there, if this plane go down, this is no longer my. When I go up,
this is a quick side. I'm sorry. Like, do you think that they would let somebody on with their own parachute?
Yeah, they got to. That's part of my baggage.
Or do you think they would think? Or do you think they would be like, why does he have a parachute?
Oh, they don't think that too, though.
Yeah,
they don't think that too.
I think it should be perfectly legal for you to bring your own parachute as long as you check out.
Yeah, I don't mind. So those when I'm not prepared for a situation and there's nothing I can do as far as that situation, that's when I think hope is the best thing you can have for, or what most like religious people would have as far as faith.
Right.
Like that's when you those are things that you would activate during that time. Other than that, if I have the tools to go about doing something or going to get something, I don't really use the word hope. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's funny. I hope you don't get fired today. I hope they don't drug test today. You know what I mean?
I think that's interesting. I think my principle, what is it? I live my life by, I have reasonable expectations. I believe things according to evidence. And I remain hopeful or optimistic. I would say I'm more optimistic. Maybe that's more so.
Where you going with that?
Yeah, maybe because for me, hope is like a passing thing. It's like, oh, I see a house. I hope I get that house one day. I'm gonna get that house one day. I mean, it's like a process to me. So maybe more so my outlook on life is just more optimistic in terms of because I have a personal belief if I put my mind on something, I can do it.
Facts.
So maybe for me, that's why it's easy for me to accept the concept like hope, because for me, it's not a means to despair or to remain stagnant. Like a lot of people do where they hope for something, but they just live their life the same way and they don't change, or they, just keep pushing along in the same manner.
So hope is like your safe area.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe because you
say you think reasonable.
Yeah.
And what's the other thing you said? Basically the reasonable thing, and you believe evidence based upon what you see. Hope is kind of like, to me, right in, because if you have reasonable goals, sometimes that house that you want, is not reasonable for where you at.
Oh, for sure.
And so you have like, I hope I got the situation and get to that point.
I think part of hope is a recognition where you are. And I think a lot of
I wouldn't say that. I think it to some points I would say that. I think
because
sometimes
to hope for something means that you already recognize there's something you probably have to overcome to get it.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I believe hope is also a way for people to be stagnant.
Mm.
You know,
Yeah. Do you think some people just use it as an excuse, or?
and that's why I don't like it.
Mm.
Because people use that for them not to do what they're supposed to do. I have a bad diet. Well, I hope I don't have a heart attack. I can't really control that.
Mm.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, you can. You very much.
You can control that. You know what I'm saying? I hope. You know, people like saying, you know, when it's my time to go, it's my time to go. But why don't prevent it? Why don't you
or
prevent
do
it?
what you can to.
That's a side note. I don't like people say that, and then I immediately hit them. Well, let's go bungee jump. Oh no, that's crazy. Like, now, what are you saying?
If it's not your time to go, then
you good.
Yeah.
Man. Like,
so if you recognize you can push your luck, then, then
they
hey,
don't realize how much they pushing their luck when it comes down to either eating healthy or doing
eating that pork chop.
Yeah, or smoking them cigarettes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They don't.
But if I ask you to go bungee jumping, then
I
all of a
don't
sudden
like when people do that. Say, oh, all of a sudden, oh, that's crazy.
Right.
You know, I ain't stupid neither. Yeah, you are. Yeah,
you stupid because you pack a day smoker.
Yeah, you stupid. Like that. So that was the people that they have kept me away from hope, because for me it clouds judgment.
That's
to a
understandable.
Degree. So that's why when people say hope, I kind of like, man, that's just like, that's a 4-letter word. That's a cuss word to me almost. Like,
I hope you don't get fired. What you trying to say?
That's
what you trying to say there, player? You want to take us outside?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? What's going on? So that's when it kind of like, I don't even like when people say that stuff around, because to me, when you say hope, you giving way to life.
You're giving life too much control.
Yeah, you giving away your control over the situation, and I always want to have control over my situation. Because when you give the power to something else, you don't have the power, so you just accept whatever comes your way.
Right.
Now, accepting something for certain, like accepting past events, I think it's something everybody has to do. But to accept future events, I don't think that's something you have to do. I think you can fight until it's over.
Yeah.
Like, you can give way to, going forward and moving forward to change your circumstances, or to change the way your life is, or to handle life in the manner that you want to handle it in. And I think for sometimes people use use hope as an escape to those control. You don't want to have responsibility. You saying hope is giving away the responsibility to God, to the universe, to life, or whatever. And to me, I feel like that just makes a weak person. So when you use hope in that manner, to me, I can't accept it.
Gotcha. It's funny when you said that hope is like, my first thought, spoiler alert, if you still haven't seen Endgame, is when Captain America is just him, and he'll get, and you see it, and it's like, I hope I make it out of this. That's the first thing that popped in my head. Because I thought it was over for my boy. Like, I thought, yo.
And you know that's my man.
Yeah.
You know that's my man. I was sitting there looking like.
That hit me for a minute. I was like, this is some epic shit right here.
I don't know what's about to happen here, bro.
Yeah.
This is all bad right now. You done got the hammer in part of the shield, and you still looking like it's over with.
It's over with. I hope we
That's when hope come in.
Yeah, right up.
But even with that, even in that situation,
he still took it. He picked up the hammer.
He said, hey,
he had that shield. He's like, about to go at it.
Yeah, he was like, whatever. I'll take on everybody until it's over.
Yeah.
And that's my perspective on that. It's like, you keep going until it's over. No matter how the circumstances look, you say, hey, as long as I'm able to stand, as long as I'm able to look up and look forward, and I'm conscious in my own thoughts, I should be able to do something.
I'm with all that. I agree with all that. To me, I look at hope, I guess, me being an optimistic person, is how, like, in the Green Lanterns, one of the lantern rings is hope, source of power. Huh?
That's the green one, right?
No, the green one is willpower.
Willpower.
The blue one is hope, and when hope is around, it boosts willpower.
Yeah, it does. I give you that.
That's how I view it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just that little bit of it's that little battery in your back that just, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, just okay, I got it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna run this marathon. Cause I just ran a 5K.
Yeah.
I'm not in shape.
Yeah,
I was not in shape, dog.
So when you ran it, when you ran it, what was your mindset before you ran it? Was it like, I can do this? 'Cause I'm pretty sure at some point you had to say I can do this, or you went to try to do it, or whatever. Or was it like, I hope I'm able to run the whole time?
Let me tell you, because it's funny, because this is going to feed into what you were saying. This is going to feed into what you said. Before I actually ran, I had been training a little bit, and I could usually run for about 20 minutes without stopping, going about 6 miles an hour. You know what I'm saying?
A good runner.
Yeah, but I hadn't been running in a while. I had been slacking, so about 20 minutes nonstop was my max or whatever. So, but the actual, and I had been running at the parks or whatever. Like I ran in like Legacy Park and I ran in like Heritage Park. But the actual day of the race, like after the first turn, it was just this hill that I was not prepared for, which took like half my strength. And then once I finally got to the top of the hill, I was like, I hope I can make it through. I was like, man, I hope I can finish this, dog. So that's what I find funny, because I do understand what you said, because it wasn't until I was like, whoo.
I gave it all.
Yeah, I'm flushed. Like I was.
Felt like Captain America.
Yeah, and it was hot too, boy.
Ooh, I looked like it was hot. Like the sun was out when I seen.
I was not prepared for any of that.
Ooh, snap.
I wasn't properly hydrated. Because as soon as I got that here, I had to give it all up. And it was like people like pushing baby strollers, double baby strollers. That was, and I was like, nah. Yeah, he's like, you need some help. I was like, get off me, get off me.
I got this.
Yeah,
I understand that. That's like you looking at your legs and your body.
Yeah,
like, hey.
that was real life right there. I can feel it. But that did inspire me. Like I've been running a lot more because I want to get back into running. Like because that was my thing.
I'll say this too. I'm not opposed of somebody inspiring people with hope.
Yeah.
Like I'm not opposed to like something like that. I think I'm not opposed like I don't like hope in the way that people individual use it, but I'm not opposed to like people giving other people hope, making people hopeful.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Even in the Captain America thing, it was like he stood up against many.
Right. And that's inspiring.
Yeah, or when like high school students run the mile in like under 4 minutes.
Right.
It gives other people hope to do something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Or when you have, young geniuses that really just all they did was study. It wasn't like a thing that, they was born with, genius intellect or some stuff like that.
Right.
Like, or when you see kindness in other humans.
Yeah.
Like, and it gives you like, you know what? All the social media stuff, it's not all bad.
Mm-hmm.
It is good people out there. I'm not opposed to that. I'm opposed to the individual in their circumstances using hope for a kickstand or using it for like leverage to hold them up. That's what I'm opposed to.
I can vibe with it. I'm also opposed to people who sell hope. Not in like an inspirational way, but like in a way that makes that person dependent. Or they'll sell them hope without giving them like maybe a guidance or like tools that they need to be successful.
Like Trump or some churches.
Yeah, something like that. like when we went to like Redemption, he didn't just talk about prosperity. He talked about, hey, if you want this boat, you don't just save up the money to buy the boat. Mm-hmm. You buy a house, you get somebody to pay the rent, and then now that person's paying the rent for your house and your boat.
Yeah, I'm messing with that.
Yeah, that's the type. That's like you want. If you want this type of lifestyle, I'm not just gonna sell you hope. I'm gonna show you how to get it.
I'm gonna show you step by step.
Yeah.
Plan. So I don't like. I just use Trump for an example. How he say, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. I promise you, we're gonna do this. We're gonna get you out of here.
It's gonna be fantastic. It's gonna be great.
Just trust
Give
me
me some details.
Like, there's no details, and then nothing.
Very
happens.
vague. Yeah.
Or the minimal happens. I don't like when people do it. Also with churches, you know what I'm saying? You will be healed from this, this right here or that right there.
But you go home and you
feel the same.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or you'll send your money here and you will get your blessing. Tell me how to get my blessing.
Right. Tell
me what is my blessing. Don't just tell me that God's going to do something for me. Or don't tell me you're going to give me the healing hand. Give me a step-by-step process. Don't sell me a dream. Give me actual, like, something
steps
to do. I
Yeah.
have gout, or I have like diabetes. Well, you need to cut that back on
Yeah.
this. Or I'm having trouble with my breathing. Try exercising or going to a doctor and actually you know what I mean.
Hmm.
Give me step by step.
We
Just like
need
just like
tangible
yeah.
ways to become more successful.
And I don't never mind like when and that's something I always didn't like neither. Like the churches selling stuff that they had hope for. You know what I mean?
What you mean?
Like they live off hope.
What do you mean?
They live off hope and hope alone, so they make other people live off hope and hope alone, even though their situations ain't isn't glorious. They don't have testimony as far as their hope, or I don't like when people like especially like successful pastors or anybody that preaches or shoots out hope and they're successful, like either Donald Trump or somebody
Yeah,
else.
tell me how you got your
Tell me how you
fortune,
got
because I
yours.
know you know something about investing.
Tell me how you did it.
Yeah,
Don't say just believe in God. Show me the
show
works
me
that
how
you
to
did.
do it.
Oh, you did works.
Yeah.
So you just didn't sit back and do nothing.
Yeah,
You said I'm gonna do this, this, and this, and then it worked out for you, or you worked for it, or you went forward in it.
right.
Don't just tell me that I just need to sit here and then wait
And just
or
go to
stand
work
still
every
and,
day and just hope
yeah,
something comes through. Like,
comes
show
by.
me how to invest my money. Show me how to manage money.
Like
show
you
me
do.
opportunities. Let me invest in like what's the stock value of this church?
Yeah.
Which is probably none because they label as a non-profit. So I don't know how that works. So
That's a different story.
yeah.
But that's something I also don't like. That also when you be on YouTube or whatever, or like any personal trainers. Oh, just do this for 30 days. And I don't like that hope either. I get what you're saying with that. I don't like that when people do that neither. Like, you know what I mean? Oh, just invest in this stock and you'll get like,
and you'll blow up.
It's like, nah, don't tell me that. Tell me how or why that is.
Because what you really need is a lifestyle change.
Yes. Everything
You
is a process.
you gotta change it, just how you think. Because how you think has gotten where you are, and you don't want to be there.
I think I also don't like, now talking about it, I don't like that how marketable hope is. How quick everybody
that's the money business right there.
Man, I think that's what
that
gets
may
me.
be the money business.
Yeah, I mean
that may be the number one seller.
I think you're right. I think that's dangerous, and that's why probably I don't like it. So I have to be honest about that.
I tell you, it's a useful tool. It can be.
It can be. And
I feel the same way about faith. But I really don't understand the concept of it. Oh, like it makes sense, I guess, the way you put it. Mm-hmm. Can you like restate how you put it? Make sure I got it.
The way I thought it was, according to the definition, is not to that degree. Having faith, in my definition, is like knowing it's gonna happen.
Right.
I have faith in myself that it is gonna happen. I have undoubtedly no question about it. That it can be done and it will be done.
Right. Maybe we just need to invent a new.
I think it should be like a third word or something. But I get it. I just don't like it. I think that's just what it is, and I don't use it unless it's like I say, it's
the last.
You know what I'm saying? I got all these other things on my utility belt. That's gonna be the last.
Yeah, for me, the word faith has just always meant I'm going to place a level of trust in this, even though I may not have like the best reason to believe in it. So for me, it never made sense, because me being me, like I'm just like a logical person. Like if A plus, 1 plus 1 don't equal 2, then it's not going to add up for me.
Yeah.
Which is why I connected, I guess, more with like hope and like trust. Mm-hmm. Those are the words I use instead of like faith. Hope and trust. Like I trust you based on like what you show me, and I may give you a little bit more based on like how I feel about you. Yeah. And then I use like hope to like booster my willpower to a certain degree to accomplish and everything. And in some instances, like some people define it like, I guess you would fuse those together and get like faith maybe. Mm-hmm. And then I can understand to that degree of what that is. But in terms like of certainty, like how you said, like I always thought it meant to know, it never came across. It meant the opposite to me, is to like not know but still go full steam ahead into the abyss.
I feel you. I think by the second definition of faith, but belief in God and God is going to do something for you, or
Right.
believe in a higher power. I think to a certain degree I believe in that too, but mine's the one I come with is like the deeds have to be shown.
Right.
Like he'll help me clear things out the way, or whether it be whatever you believe in, whether it be God, the universe, or whatever it is. If you show action towards something, it will opportunities to show up.
Right.
Things to get out your way.
Mhm.
More and more opportunities, like I say, opportunities to come to the point where you seem like, dang, like if I keep putting energy
Yeah.
into this,
Or at the very least, what's that saying? Like, what is it? Success comes at the moment preparation meets opportunity, or something like that. Yeah,
like that. Regardless of whether it be anything, you know what I'm saying? God, I want this, this, and this. Well, I believe, in my faith, there's sacrifices that have to be made. You have to give something up, whether it be your time, your peace, your energy, whatever it is.
Alchemy, baby.
Yeah, alchemy.
Equivalent exchange.
Equal.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, if you exchange that, then
you can't put in minimum effort and keep expecting maximum outcome.
And also that don't always be the case anyway. I think there's a special formula that we don't know in the universe.
Oh, for sure.
Like stuff you got. Like I think some people figured out.
Some people had the keys.
Yeah, some people got the keys to it to know the formula and know how to put it together. But I think the major part when it comes down to simple algebra, 1 + 1. You know what I'm saying? Put in effort, you get something out of it. If I go to the gym and I put in maximum effort,
we had access to those.
Yeah, those
doors.
Like, if I learn how to do the 4 method in life, I think that's the problem. Like we just doing basic algebra, like 1 + 1.
Yeah.
Divide here. You know what I'm saying?
We learn how to apply that to
everything. We just know what I'm saying. Work hard, get something out of it. That's not always the case. And then you get older. You're like, no, I hire somebody to work hard, and then I get paid off them.
Yeah.
The more I pay, and there's other levels to that. So we don't have the access to those levels, but I think that's the case. Yeah. If you figure out the problem, you put in the numbers, you get the results that you want. You get the answer that you want.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If I go to the gym, lift weights to a certain degree, I get results.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? If I'm going in here and work hard, I get the muscles that I want. Or the like you say, you want to run. If I run enough and learn how to run and eat right and the diet, then that's faith to me. Mm-hmm. I put in the effort, and this is what comes out of it. So that's what I mean when I say I have faith in something. Okay. I have faith that this is going to happen because either I'm going to make sure it happens or I already know it happened.
I'm going to just have to start asking people what they mean.
I think that's the case.
What do you mean by this?
What do you mean by you hope it happens?
Yeah.
And I do ask people that sometimes. Some people I don't ask because I know I'm going to get something stupid. So.
Is that, you got anything else?
That's where I'm at.
That's where I'm at with it too as well then.
All
right. We want to thank you guys for tuning into another episode. We really appreciate you, checking us out and supporting us.
Appreciate you.
Please make sure you leave a comment, like, subscribe to the page, hit that notification bell so you know when we upload a new video.
We would love your thoughts on this topic because, again, we don't know everything, so we do appreciate any ideas or any other experience that y'all have that can help us get through our ideas.
Right.
It's mind the gap. So we need to know what gaps that we are missing so we can cross over.
All right. So again, follow us on our social media. You can follow us pretty much everywhere at PODMTG. We have a lot of good stuff coming up for you. Again, we're still rebranding, so we're working that out. Mm-hmm. But we're coming with some heat.
Fire.
Yeah. So thank you again for tuning, and peace and love.
Peace.
Oh, and I guess do
leave that part out. I'm not with that.
Keisha, do you love me? I got you. That's going in.